Welcome on in, citizens of Dominion, to another day of From Day 1. Along the ride for you on this great and glorious day in Dominion, also known, of course, as GC's, aka yours truly's, birthday. So let's quickly hit the mailbag as we always do to start. See what's available there. 1 firework shot off so far. 2 shot offs. So 200. Sorry about the yawn. Coins. Guild War victory. The new day, of course, still. Sorry, new world. Portal charges. We'll keep those for later. Thinking of some crazy wrestling deal for the new day. Alrighty, so 250 gold, 5 of the glyph goodies. We'll take those. Our silver chest, definitely happy. Baram goes and makes it to level 8, so a key is ours. Vigo makes level 5, another key is also ours. 750 Winterfest bubbles. Bubble, toil in trouble, and there's 20 Luther stones that we will keep in the inventory. Alright, today's special events. Will give us 40 lovely emeralds. As Nexter says, the most precious resource in the game. The Everloving skin sale gives us 50 of each. As free as today, they're plugging Maya's, Arachne's, and Astaroth's Lunar, Spring, and Devil skin, respectively. Astaroth is the only one who wants to show himself. Arachne shows up right at the end there. Forest Bounty gives us coins from the boobles. Winter's Tale, today's login, with some more boobles. We like boobles. It's just a good word there, boobles. And this one will be disappearing in just a few hours' time to be replaced with the Outland common event. So we will definitely be holding off on doing our Outland tasks for just a few hours. We'll do that very likely in part 2 tonight. Today's Valkyrie key, brought to you by Keys of the Valkyrie. Have you driven a Key of the Valkyrie lately? Alright, and today's expedition map. No bubbles. Usually there's boobles, toils, and red troubles up on the map. And like directing you, do this one next type situation. Alright, once we do one now, the bubbles start appearing. So we'll grab this one next. And we'll come over here for this one. Alright, so there's our first 4. Go into the artifact bin. And Iris's Grimoire of the Enchanted Souls. It's just a good word to say. Grimoire. Oh, trees highlighted, so let's see what's over on the Winterfest Tree of Trees. As we wait for the load up to load there. Decorate the tree, aka use the bubbles. Use the force, Luke. Less than a percentage point from another present day for the entire guild. And Baba Yaga have some Baba gifts for us. We're more than happy to have some free Baba Ganoush and nice Chaos Particles. Thank you, Chaos Particles. Astral season. What do you got for us in the season of Astral? Should be getting pretty close to the end of that. And we are with just a little more than a day left. We'll collect our experience prizes. 7 left, so doing all 3 of the dailies tomorrow will trigger that. So you got enough for 350 times 3, which is 1,050 plus 550, 1,600. Enough to move it 2 more levels. So enough to get that one. And then enough to just barely make it to that one. So you'd get 1 Astral Box before the game would come to an end. Which also does mean that if someone wanted to send us the $9.39 to buy out that gold ticket, we would get the whole lineup of items. Because we would make it to the end, including the Super Titan of choice. Says you'd get 250 if you choose a Titan you already have. So very likely we would be choosing Araji if we had that ability. And let's open up some prizes for the daily quests. There we go. Alright, again, we're going to hold off on the Outland because of the new event coming in. Let's see what's available for the arena fights. Let's go for that. It might definitely punching up, but with Astaroth and Tristan at the front, it may be possible to punch up that good. So let's see. Remember, of course, in part 2, we'll have today's piece of the story to the Winterfest story, as that is coming closer and closer to an end. And of course, in part 3, our second part of the Paranormal Open Minds from midnight into the Alright, last rights have been used. We're down to 2. Down to 1. And there goes Celeste. So we move up 101 slots to 595. The very Czar, Jugal, and Team. Not to be confused with Team Rocket, I guess. I guess they want to blast off again. Oh. Alright, let's see if any of these are interesting for us. Let's do a reset to get some new ones. He must have got Cleaver as his selection. As you can see, Cleaver prominently in the team. I think this may be our next move up. Let's go for it. Definitely punching up about 29,000. But let's see if it's doable or not. As always, 5 plays fine to start the fight. We've lost Celeste, they've done their last right. And we're down to 3. Now down to 2. Down to 1 who knew, and they survive. So the red banner of Deceit shows. And we take the loss. The L. The big penalty of the universe. Alright, next fight is against a 114,000 squad. Let that one load in. Does include a Yasmin. Partnered with 3 healers. Wonder what kind of faith they have. Actually 4 with loot, I mean with the pet. And hell, you could even arguably make it 5 with the last race skill of Astaroth. Alright, their last rates have been done. We've lost 1, 2. They've lost 3. They've lost 4. We win. And we move up another 104 slots to 491 for a new rank. With 2 battles left to do for the day. Gotcha. Alright, it won't be much of a move, but definitely looks like a team that shouldn't be up here in these high rankings. So we'll do it to get the credit. With a Galahad, Kira, Martha, Celeste, and Kimao. There goes Kira. We lose 2, we lose 3. So it's 2 plays 3 at the moment. There goes Galahad, it's 2 plays 1. Oh, and we actually lose. Did not give that team the credit they should have got as they win. Woe is me, I did not give the team credit they should have had. Team wins, they were deserving credit. The old saying goes, you can't argue with results. The results show that they deserve to be there. Now, yes, I do know random number generations, all that kind of good stuff could have most definitely done something that wasn't normal for the routine for the fight. But hell, they won. We're going to give them their props. Wait, we got a 38,000? Yeah, we're taking our win plays. So if you're going to tank the drop, we're definitely going to take the advantage of your tanking. You know, that's kind of like disrespectful, especially tanking with a Winterfest markup. So we will finish our 5. At 495. Sorry, not 495. 459. 1218 in the GA Grand Arena. Need to get a member inside of the top 1 thou to turn that 5 into 10 an hour. So let's go with that team, as it's definitely way, way different scored wise. And remember, it's first squad to win 2 of the 3 fights wins the battle and the positioning. If it's worth punching up, we'd win the rank. If we win, they'd win defense coins if they win. So round 1 goes quite quickly to the good guys on their birthday. 1 plays 0 for the first fight. Again, first to win 2 wins it all. So if we win this, it's all over. But we will see as round 2 gets ready to load on in. This is usually our throwaway squad. But we'll see. Well, maybe we won't see. Next year's ain't showing us to fight. Maybe we won't see. All I know is I can still hear the fight. And we're down to 1. And it's tied 1-all on that very, non-scene fight from next year's. So the winners of round number 3 are going to decide it all here. Against Team 14122-434 and the good boys and girls from day 1. So we'll load it on in. So we have Luther, Galahad, Maya, Iris, and Astrid Luca. versus Esterov Kimao and company. There goes Spidey. That was the name. And we win. So 2 out of 3 moves us to 1,036th on the leaderboard. I said 1,000, not 1,900. Some days voice recognition might work. 36. There it goes. So that, of course, with a 2 out of 3, gets us 37 spots away from getting the 10 per hour instead of the 5. So, again, apologies for the yawn. Okay. Alright, let's get down to business to defeat the Huns. Irises has potentially all stars, but let's see what the items are to see if it's worth doing. Iron, said lion armor, the magic hat, the Globus Cruisinger, which does require the hat. Don't think I have. Oh, I do have a second hat. Okay, there is a second hat. Another lion armor. You need 2. Advisor. And the Hand of Glory. Do I have 2 lion armors? Inventory. Equipment. Blue level items. No, I only have 1 lion armor. And you would need Serenity Stones to make the next one. Well, let's get to what we do in Hero Wars, and that's battles. And the fight begins. And you went absolutely, positively nada. No Hero Stone. No Serenity Stone. No stones of any stone. No stone, baby. Alright, well, we do get one Serenity Stone. That time, no Hero Stone, however, for Thea. We have one more per battle. So let's go to it. And we do get another Serenity Stone. That gives us number 4. So let's move on to a mission level 8. Monolith of Deceit. No Hero Stone available, but some nice purple level items available to go along with the blue Serenity Stone. And Zippo on the prizes there. Not a goose egg. None of the purples. Not our blue Serenity Stone. Not even a give me some experience potion. Not a kiss. So of course we gotta try again. As next year's gives us the music but not the fight of Dominion. we get one of each. Thank you very much. So as we head back out, we could have our piece. Go over to consumables. See what's in the old white chest for today, the platinum box. Yeah, some throwaway items basically. 32 Defender Titans, 49 Marksmen. We'll take that one and that one. Down to here. Holidays, some of the days, all the days, more of the days. Gets us our arena bubbles. Still need to pick up some soul stones. And our egg fights. Pick up the end of the arena, which we'll be leaving in just over an hour from now. Go back to our list of... Oh, no, that ain't what I wanted. But we can collect the 35,000 with 4 and the warrior branch. I guess to both level 1 and level 3 and level 5. And ding means there should be a male. Level 7 of Kyokos. Give it 5 seconds. If it doesn't, we'll load that back out. Oh, just another sticker. This is where we actually originally wanted to go. The egg. Only 3. We get a second portal charge in just over an hour's time. Plus you get 3 new ones that came in the mailbag today. You could really cash in if you had to. Those are done. Is Pet at 75? Okay, he is. Jump into the adventure portal. Need to be level 80 for the next one. So of course you get Valley of the Somewhat Elements. Doable from 70. Oh, okay, I guess we'll start from the bottom. Siege of Still. Valley of the Elements. The Gerald City Deaths. The Fall of the City of Celestial. Another Siege of Strongford. And of course, currently the Valley of the Elements. We're gonna need an adventure anyway. So, let's start the feud. And it's also sometimes weird when you see a show that your market originally developed getting done elsewhere. For instance, the game show called Family Feud. Originally done by Richard Dawson, then Ray Combs, before being retired in the 90s. Brought back for the new millennium with Louis Anderson originally, then Richard Karn, the one guy who also used to do the early 2000 revival, 2000 Truth, John Hurley, before finally getting to Steve Harvey and the proverbial cultural phenomenon that it is today. Over the UK, they mostly mirrored what the US did for presentation for the most part, with the exception of changing the name from Family Feud to Family Fortunes. Still a double F. However, if you get over to Japan, that's where it gets really interesting. In Japan, it didn't really go by the name of Family Fortunes or Family Feud. It actually went by the show's kind of like tagline. Now you might go, what the heck can a show like Family Fortunes or Family Feud have for a tagline? Before every question, usually they would ask, we've surveyed 100 people. And of course, in certain questions, especially nowadays, it might be, we surveyed 100 men, or we surveyed 100 of these, instead of just surveyed 100 people. But in the essence, the basic tagline is, we surveyed 100 people, top whatever number of answers are on the board. So the Japanese version just went by that deal, we surveyed 100 people. Also, while shows of that era, both here in the US and UK's Family Fortunes version, were either using Trilon flipovers in the original 70s, the 80s. They used what the UK did, which was kind of like an egg drop display, where you had basically a board of like 15 to 20 lights per letter. Depending on which light you lit up, is what letter lit up or number. Japan, they had to beat the Emperor. Their top answer board was 100% video. Decades before both the US and the UK versions would do it for their board. However, I said Japan had to be different. They actually had a different television monitor for each answer on the board. And all answers were anime drawn on the board to go with the actual answer. In addition, most series, US, UK, Australia even, had to do for strikes and a big red X with a box. Again, Japan had to be different. It played a kind of like a little sour note when a missed answer was given. And the host forced the contestant to hold a little popsicle stick, which on the end of the popsicle stick had the red X in front of them until their team had got 3 strikes. If I wasn't worried about another Japanese show giving us a copyright strike here from day one, I'd probably air it. But considering that just the musical opening of Ranger Shonen Sentai got us a copyright restriction. And that was just the audio, not even the visual. Weirdly, though, the Famicom 8-bit rendition didn't. But the show did. Alrighty, so moving on. About 2/3 loaded. Good 3/4. While the fights are loading, looking on the other computer screen that I have here at the desk. And we might actually have an interesting, timely situation for part 2 tonight. And for about the last week or so, we've been handling either sovereign citizens, First Amendment, auditors, and the like. As our background while we're doing our Hero Wars gameplay part 2. And it looks like that we have a breaking situation with a First Amendment auditor that just got arrested. And we may have footage of such. Which could be quite interesting. I would actually have to agree, if it's true, that would be quite interesting. To have footage of a First Amendment auditor being arrested live, and the fact that we also then have their court appearance the very next day. Now, weirdly, I came to know about the court appearance first. And now it looks like I have breaking across the old tubatellis. So we may actually have the actual footage of the individual situation that caused the arrest. Oh, goody, 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 if we actually do. I'll have to be taking a look a little bit more, and if we do, that might be something you guys can be looking forward to tonight in part 2 of today's From Day 1, the Birthday Day edition. We'll send out the invites. See if we get anybody for later. How are we doing on time for this episode? We got time. Dude, we got time. I don't think we checked our chest for the day yet? No, we haven't. So today's heroic chest has a very non-birthday heroic item. Come on, Nexters. It was birthday. You could have given me Cleave Daddy. That would have been quite a heroic birthday item for you to do, Nexters, and you blew it. Yeah, blew it. And of course, Cleaver would have been probably asking for too much, but you could have at least given me a hero I don't have yet. There's still 30 of those, 20, 30 of those. That's from day one server doesn't have yet. You could have generated. Alright, we'll get our next expedition going. Alright, let's go take a look. Scroll on down towards the bottom. Tristan was only 2 stones away. See, you could do like somebody like Ziri, Satori, Zhu, Morgan. Any of those you could have easily done. Well, let's start down at the bottom and see if there's anybody who is promotable. If we're going to work on this guy, we need some lucky dice. For the lower ones, we're going to probably need lucky dice aplenty, so it isn't going to hurt to do a few lucky dice rolls. The heat must have came on overnight because, yeah, I can actually feel it now for the first time in probably about 48 hours here in GC Central. That's the end of the fight. With absolutely no prize whatsoever. Well, screw it. Rate it. Oh, stupid rarity fair. Rarity fair. Alright, so we have a pair of dice, well actually 2. And we would need some Cloak of Marcus's, the Apprentice Mantles. And no mentals for apprentices. Still no mentals for apprentices. 3 strikes, who knew? Now you're getting ringy poos. But no hats, no mentals. There's a mental. And there's a level. Oh goody, we need 2 more of the non-coming mentals. Well, there's one finally. Still only got one. Okay, we need to up to level 10. So 10 it shall be. 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, Winterfest Marcus goes to +1. Alright, that's not exactly what I was looking for. I was trying to look for more of people who were actually able to have enough soul stones to advance. There's Dorian, Invari, Darkstar, Roofies, Release the Roofians, Kiarf, Phobos, not to be confused with Lobos, Pepe, Dante, Nebula, Juge, Ginger, Fox. A lot of your channels are disappearing in Asia, dear. Heidi, Jorgen, Cornelius, Lilith, Orion, Faceless. Faceless, you get a face, dear. Isaac, Sebastian, Elmir, Martha, Ishmael. By the way, Martha should be going higher than 2-star as the month goes on because of her position. Key Mao and Daredevil, Aurora and Thea, Artemis and Mojo, Galahad and Aster Lucas. Galahad, by the way, if you ever need to, just go look in the pictures that Nexters has done. You see quite much of the perv that he is. Iris with Bitey, needing 61 stones to do so, depending on which presents I'm going to be able to get out before the end of Winterfest, if we can get her to a 4th star before her event closes. Luther, Maya, Arachne, and Celeste. Kira, which I'd really love to see a winter skin for. I said skin, not stats. We can actually see her wearing it at least. If it faded out makes me think you could, but we'll see here. Maybe, maybe not. You a little too apprehensive there, Kira? To do some modeling? Because see, there you are normally. This should force at least to see the other skin. Give it about another 10 seconds. If it doesn't, it won't just go out. Well, you've stopped hovering. Does that mean you're trying to load it? Oh, that's what that means. Okay. Dexter's like, you want to play that game? Fine. We'll play that game. Go reload. I guess that footage is real because there is a second send of that information, this time on my phone, of that individual auditor's arrest footage. Well, we'll give it a second here and let things try to reload here for us. Okay, now that is pretty shitty. Oh, local car dealership in town. Try to use my birthday as a way to refer somebody to our dealership as a happy birthday message. That's pretty shitty of you. I won't say their name. But I will say the car that they do sell are Chevrolets. And leave it with that. Just a second. I gotta see whether or not the storm actually knocked out the network connectivity. If it is, it just may be you, me, and the recording device rather than anything actually, data transferring. Well, let's try again and see if we can get anything to come up. Oh, at least it's starting to load again. Of course, the wind has just calmed down, so that might be the case too. And the second I say that, then the wind just quickly whips right back up. But at least we have the stories of Fest of Winter, at least showing again on screen. The full screen, though, not responding. As I'm hitting that key repeatedly and nothing is happening. You can hear I'm clicking it and then clicking it and I'm clicking it. And of course, once everything loads, then it decides it wants to actually go ahead and zoom out to it. Okay. So we have a couple hero promotions, a couple guild, probably hearts. There's Marcus's. 2 move ups for 20 emerald goodies. Oh, I was gonna say, did we get another one? Alright, so Winter's Tale. We have a tale of some winter energy for 2,000 baubles. That's just a good word to say. Baubles. Bubbles, bubbles, bubbles. Bubbles, 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 bubbles. So we can decorate the bubbles. Joink. And joink. Getting us pretty close, but not quite to 10,000. Well, let's see. A national pizza chain now wants to, quote unquote, send us a birthday wish as we open up Wendy's present of 26 big money black balls. Alright, let's do a couple quick fights to finish out the proverbial card. Book of Tales, Telos, Rings, Fights, and yes, we like fights. Alright, well, Pizza Box actually will give me a free dessert, so I guess that's something. And we get a ring and a needle. Let's write these out real quick just so we can finish them due to the proverbial time frame of the episode. And as I do them real quickly, make sure, of course, you do like, share, and subscribe. Get us to those goals of 5,000 views. Suboxy over at Nexter Central will pay attention. As I said earlier, a good birthday present would be make sure you get a lot of views in so we move that needle up and also get us some subscribers so YouTube pays attention. My gift to you, get some free crypto so you can make purchases for free here in the menu. You can do that at coinbase.com/join/C personally. Get yourself $10 free Bitcoin and then 2-minute lessons, 1-question answers via Coinbase Earn. You can earn yourself almost another $100 of crypto that way as well. Until we have you tonight for part 2, and of course then midnight in the desert in the overnight. It's always a great new world to release the Krakens. Like, share, and subscribe, and thanks for watching. We'll